I don't know what happened with that last video. I lost it. Anyways, here we go again. I'm working on a Century Heli, the Hawk 30. I made it a, they don't make it anymore. It was out of San Jose. You get stuff, but I bought this and never put the nitro engine, but I always wanted to do the electric. So I got a, I don't know what size the KV it is, but I've got that, and I got the speed control, and it runs off 6S, 5 or 6, I think 6. I'm not sure, but anyways, what I'm checking is this, the gyro. It all looked like it was functional. I followed all the directions, but I'm not sure it's working 100%. I took off, I flew up, went over the house, and did a couple 360s, came back, barely landed in it without destroying it, and yeah, so that's what this video is about. I'm making a test stand so I can test all this without it flying, actually taking off on the ground, off the ground, if you will. So here's my version of it. I seen the guys having a piece of plywood with the, the galvanized pipe sticking out. What the they have the I'm not sure what you call that fitting, but they bolt it to the wood, and then the pipe screws into the fitting, and then they have a pipe inside that where the helicopter can go up and down. I know it'll go up and down. I don't need all that. All I want to check is the rotation and this gyro. So I want to make sure it's right before I fire it up, right? Make sure it's trimmed. You can do that too. So what I did, I got the piece of plywood at Menards, 2x2. I think that was $6. Or you can buy your whole sheet, cut it down. But we're starting with a 2x2 piece of plywood, right? And then what I got was the Lazy Susan bearing. They have them at Menards. It's called the Lazy Susan. I wanted to find the packaging. What did I do with it? Threw it somewhere out here. In there, no. Anyways, that's what it is. It's a Lazy Susan, like the deal that you put in the corner of your. Here it is. Like what you put in the corner of your cupboard and put your appliances on it to turn it around. They call it a Lazy Susan. What's it say right here? What does it exactly say? Yeah, Lazy. Can you see this is Lazy Susan? And it's basically a bearing. Right there she is. The bottom piece is going to get screwed into the base, and this top piece is going to hold the helicopter. Right? I got bungee cords, or not bungee cords, I got zip ties. You could do something else with a fancy bracket, right? That would go under the skid and hold it down. I might do that too, I don't know, but I just figured zip ties real quick, and it should work fine. So it's gonna go like so, right? Then we'll zip tie it down on there. Okay, it's gonna be zip tied down, and now it'll be able to turn. Look at that. It'll be more balanced when that big battery's in the front. It'll weigh it down, but it's gonna be zip tied anyways with these industrial zip ties. Then we're gonna put it on here, center it on this wood. I don't need it to go up and down. I know it goes up and down. All the helicopters go up and down. I don't need to check that. And when it's attached to this, you can see the blade articulation as you move, and you can see if it's balanced and all that. You'll feel it. You'll hear it. It'll go whoa, whoa, as the pitch changes. You'll hear. You can see it and check all that. But mainly, I want that. Is the damn thing working or not? Is it going to go spinning out of control? Because I can't. It's hard to recover. You got to be on your point when you're flying these things, right? So I want to make sure it's right before I unhook it from this thing. And I don't think it can't lift that up. There's no way. That's 3/4 inch. It might, but it's not going to tip over. You could use a 4x4 piece, and it definitely ain't going to tip over, but I don't think this 3x. Now, check this out. If you wanted to check everything else, like your forward movement, your back movement, those guys had like a bolt sticking through the thing, and it articulated. Just mount that. Right, now look how you mount it. You're going to have to, there's a hole, and you spin it, and that's how you get to the holes to attach them. Right, and there's another one hidden. We'll have to spin it around like that. But anyways, that'll get attached. Now underneath, check this out. You can get these for a couple bucks. Little spinner wheels, right? You get the idea, the little casters. I thought I had 3, but I only got 2. You need or you could put 4, but 3, you could do a triangle thing. you know, put them underneath. That's the top, but you could put them underneath, and then you could actually, you know, you'll get your movement as it pitches forward and backwards and side to size. If you don't make the base too big, I don't see why that wouldn't roll around on these underneath it, you know. It's moving. I bet it will on a nice flat surface. It's kind of, I got garbage and stuff on my shed floor here, but on a nice smooth surface, you know, at the park on the asphalt, I bet it'd roll perfect. So that's what we're working with. But right now, I don't need it to roll, so. But I got these if I want to later, because I've got another electric one I want to check. I crashed that one. And I have this bad boy. I don't want to crash that. I've flown them before, you know, and stuff, but I've never had the electric. So before I take all these electronics out and put in that nitro, I want to see if we can give it another shot and fly this bad boy. So that's my version of it. All right, let's put it on there so you can see it. You don't need to spend a lot of money. I paid like $200 for that Whiteman training stand, but I can't find them anymore. They don't make them. That thing was awesome, but it was bulky. Now look at this. Look, see, I'll be able to check that. If it's really smooth, and it ain't going to take off. It ain't going to come up off them zip ties, and that's going to be bolted to the thing. So, you know, you want to make sure it's on there. You know, I've seen some of those on the internet where they're, I don't know, like some Coke bottle or something. If that comes off of there, let me tell you, these are like flying a lawnmower upside down with the blade out. It's going to do damage, especially these big 550, 600 like this is. This is a 550. Even a 500, man, if those blades hit you, it's going to thrill you. You're going to need stitches. So you want to make sure it's attached good. But anyways, that's my version. I think I'm in at 18 bucks. And I don't know if I'm going to use those rollers or not, but I got a couple rollers, a 2x2. And this came in a plank. I think it was $6. And that's it. It's not going to be able to lift up, but I know it's going to lift because I know it has lift. And so I need to check my rotation, and I'll be able to check everything else, the pitch, and make sure it's trimmed right. You can look at the blade and see it to get us a good start out there. So anyways, that's it. 20 bucks, made a nice little stand. Be safe. Happy RCing. Bye-bye.